Hello again. Welcome to the daily Templar Report and your guest presenter, Jim Dowson. How are you all? Remember, like the video, click subscribe, press the bell, comment below, and whatever you do, share. And remember, you can't share anything to do with Templars in the URL to Facebook because they've blocked us. Not content to ban us, they blocked even a link. But I'll ask the techie brother, can you share a Purge link?
You can share the YouTube or the Purge link.
You
can't share anything directly.
So you can share the YouTube link, no problem, or the Purge link to your social media. So come on. I'm actually temporarily banned, I don't know, banned, locked out, I don't know what it is, with Twitter. I don't really use Twitter much, but I've got 5 messages, so anybody's messaging me through Twitter, I can't see it now. Sorry about that. So just let me see who's in the room today. No intro, because we want to get into this. A lot to speak about today. And it is perishingly cold here. Wind howling, slates coming off the roof. Our boiler in the Priory packed in this morning. You were yesterday. Yes, it did indeed. But remember, I was moaning the other day that it was too hot in here. Be careful what you wish for. So, the Priory is very old, and thankfully it's got 4 coal fires. So I have been running about. I don't have any coal on me, but I can assure my shirt is absolutely wrecked. I've been running about all day. I've burnt my thumb, trying to keep 3 fires actually going. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. Poor women were left for this task for years, folks. It's horrific. So I've been running about like a headless chicken up and down stairs all day. And we had some guests here from another part of the island. So I wanted to keep them warm. So I've been running about like a mad person. Keeping all the fires going. Whew, what a carry on. But the place is relatively warm and it's lovely. So when you come and visit us once we renovate the building itself, which will be next year, you'll have all these beautiful coal fires to sit in front of, tartan carpets, coal fires, and you can sit with some of the brothers here and shoot the breeze into the wee small hours. Okay, so let me have a wee look. Big Joe saying, can we see the techie guy? No. And the reason I'm the only person on here is because the left ever get a sniff of any of us, they torture the life out of us. I'm impervious to being tortured because I couldn't care less. And if I get skin as thick as a rhino, the good Lord has equipped me well. And that's why we keep anybody out the road, because we don't want to feed the trolls or feed the lefties or feed Al-Qaeda or feed these other people. And remember, I do get death threats very regularly. I had one from Al-Shabaab. He's dead now, the guy that did that. The SAS took him out. But we do get death threats all the time from very serious and very nasty people. So we keep it to a minimum. Who you need to see, you'll see. Who you don't need to see, you'll never see. Okay? So, let us go up. And remember, we take pictures of brothers. We always blank out faces and put things on. We're very security conscious. Okay, Ralph Raleigh, God bless you. DJ Samuel, alright, good man yourself. Jim Young, how you doing? Ewan Eggerson, God bless you. Lady Matriarch, hello, my dear. Blood and coffee time, very good. Sean Smiley from Pittsburgh. Jonathan Bedine, God bless you and your good lady. Anthony Robello, God bless you. Christopher Strid, Burt Myers, what's he saying there? Day 3 of dancing with, oh, I don't know what that is, but sounds interesting. S. Darling, how you doing? Right, it's Stuart Bowden, yep. Lady Rotha, good to see Lady Rotha now. Ewan Eggerstrom, Mr. Catrell's there, speaking the Latin again, I see. William Spuller. Let's see, what's Mr. Spuller saying there? I've seen something there. What's he saying? Where did he go? All right, you've donated. God bless you, brother. He's donated to the chapter house. Well done. I'm going to talk about that today, actually. Les Androkovich, very good. Templar Guard, God bless you. Colette Whitney. Miss Sherry B, God bless you. Who else have we got? Gary Hardwick. Naomi Ford, another lovely lady. Jacob Lewis, how you doing? Colette Whitney. Troy Otto there in good old America in Florida. Paul Telford in good old Liverpool. Malcolm Cook. Bartley Burker, good old Bartley, Nevada. How you doing? Rod Top from North Dakota. I just lost my dad from COVID this week. Please keep me in. Oh, we will, certainly. That's terrible. Well, God bless you, brother. We certainly will keep you in our prayers. Remember, there's a brother there who's he's in pain, so let's keep him in our prayers, okay? Who did I see there? Sean Smiley, yep. Yes, Joseph Taylor, God bless you, sir. Tim Schroeder and your lovely, lovely, lovely lady Georgetta, God bless you. Michael McGuffin, Christian Bossio, how you doing? Joseph Florence, how are you? God bless you. Nixon, God bless you.
That's Joseph.
That's Big Joe. I know Big Joe. Oh yeah, we're on Joe. Pay attention. The Scorpion's in the room. How you doing? Brian Payton, Wee Mouse, that's the good lady. That's the wife of a good brother. And of Tim, Tim Schroeder, yes. Edward Tobler, yep. Jacob Lewis, Bruce Samuelson, spoke to him earlier, good man. Conrad Broom. Yep, I think we're just about there, aren't we? Who we got? Peter Smith. Oh, there's some more people. A lot of people in the day. What's happening? Work finish early. Casey Shrugs, how you doing? And my good friends, Karen and Charon, God bless the Perrys, and Martin Butler. Okay, let us get cracking on with this. Right, I want to give you a wee bit of scripture again from the Proverbs. Proverbs are much wide. Dear techie guy, I will call you Zorro. That's it, the Mask of Zorro. Yep. Let me see now. Okay. Where are we here? Aye. It's Proverbs 15, chapter 5. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but the revenue of the wicked is trouble. Oh, what a true saying. And we know the good Lord will bless this, the public reading of his infallible, inspired and inerrant word. And I'm going to do what they do in America. Can I have an amen, folks? Come on. Can I have an amen? That's how they do it, isn't it? That's how they do it in America. Yeah, I've seen it. I've been in America. I've seen the preachers do it there. Can I have an amen? And everybody retorts back, amen. In a Presbyterian church in Scotland, folk would have a meltdown. They'd have a fit. They'd think, oh my goodness, people are shouting out in church. What next? Well, I like it because I think I'm maybe part American, really. I don't know. But I like the Americans. Do you know something? Aye, that's the difference in America. These TV preachers, can I have an amen? And your credit card numbers. I've seen that as well. But you know, I can only say a lot of people slag off the Americans. You know that, but I've been all over the world, and people have this attitude that the British are the people of manners par excellence. The British manners are the best in the world. It's not true. It's not true, and it doesn't give me any pride to say this, but the Americans, by a country mile, are the most mannerly, respectful and decent human beings I have ever met anywhere on the planet, including my own country. That's a fact. It's incredible. It humbles me when I go to America. Just so polite and so respectful and so lovely, and so devout as well. Incredible. So God bless you all there in America. I like the Australians as well, but they're not so polite, no so mannerly. They're just Australians. They're as rough as anything. But I love the Australians because they're Brits as well. And the Canadians are very mannerly as well. They are unbelievably mannerly, the Canadians. And they're always, it's like Brits. If somebody bumps into a Brit or a Canadian, we apologise to the person who's bumped into, so I'm ever so sorry. Canadians are the same. Lovely, lovely, lovely people. Unless you're in Quebec, then it's a different story. But I know Jonathan's in here, so I better not say too much. Yeah, one preacher was selling holy water. I've seen them selling everything. I've seen them selling holy handkerchiefs. If you touch the screen and you give me your credit card, I'll send you your holy handkerchief. It'll save you from cancer. Oh, please, these people. There's a special place in the bowels of the hottest part of hell reserved for these charlatans who use the name of the Lord to become millionaires, billionaires, whatever they are. Fleece people, they're scum. They're absolute trash. I utterly, absolutely despise them. And by the way, I've protested outside a Benny Hinn gig when he came to Britain. I've protested in America, in Colorado, outside some mad, wacko, crazy preacher. I travelled all the way from Wisconsin in a vehicle, all the way down there to protest in the bitter winter, -20 or something. But I've been all over the world protesting against these people and warning people about them and what they're all about. But sadly, there's just too many stupid people. Just far too many stupid people. That's it. Okay, who's in there? Nick Griffin's in there. I can't read that thing in that Purge. But anyway, I like the Purge. The Purge is great. The Purge is our lifeline. So let me get into some stuff today, folks, okay? All right, very good. So I want to just give you a wee story here from Britain, first of all. Priti Patel, that's our, is it Home Secretary? Priti Patel blasts lefty lawyers and do-gooding celebs for keeping Jamaican killers and rapists in the UK. Yes, there's a picture here in a wee minute. Priti Patel, and she's One of the better ones, but she's still no good. But anyway, fair play to her for bringing this to people's attention. Priti Patel expressed her fury at lawyers for preventing the deportation of Jamaican criminals from the UK and accused do-gooding celebs of insulting victims. The Home Secretary said it was deeply offensive to liken those unfairly caught up in the Windrush scandal, it's a different thing like that, and rapists hoping to stay in Britain. Her comments came after lawyers managed to keep 23 criminals, originally from Jamaica, in the UK. They successfully filed last-minute legal challenges to block the offenders boarding a deportation flight. And of course, you've all the daft lefties. I don't know, have you seen that? Have they put that picture up? That was all them mad lefties and celebrities who live in very secure, gated communities. They were all at the airport saying, stop the flight, stop the flight. We should have stopped. If we did stop the flight, we should have rounded all these rapists and everything up and took them round to their house. Sorry, I'm slipped into Scottish vernacularism there. Took them all to their house and said, well, you can have them. You protested that they didn't want to leave. Don't leave Britain. Oh, my goodness. Okay, they're staying with you over Christmas. You better buy some more turkeys because these boys are getting bedded with you and your family. Oh, yes, that's what I would have done. I would have shut them up and they'd never opened their mouth again. You know? It's just ridiculous. Or we should have put the celebs and these lawyers on the same plane and sent them to Jamaica. Ridiculous. So they've stopped that. More than 60 MPs, mostly from the Labour Party, pinko commies, as usual, and women, had urged Priti Patel to abandon the flight, saying of those being deported, Britain is their home. Your house would have been their home if there was justice in this country. It's like that Egypt Sting. Do you remember on boy, the pop star Sting? He's an awful Egypt. Remember him, Sting?
Aye. Face mask.
Yeah, aye. Walking on the moon, all that stuff. Absolute crackpot. Crackpot, that man. He's up a tree a few years ago, right? Let me get into this. This Sting, he's a big multi-billionaire pop star. Music's garbage anyway. But him, he decided, the environment, the planet, I need to save the planet. So what does he do? Takes all his clothes off, paints himself in weird colours, has a big cockatoo hairdo, puts a bone through his nose, goes over to the Amazon, climbs up a tree, or he might have done that when he got there, I don't know. And he climbs up a tree and lives in a tree with this tree-dwelling tribe of Amazonian natives. All very interesting. And pontificates on a daily basis from said treehouse through a camera thing that we're all destroying the planet. We should all get rid of our cars and we should all be careful with carbon footprint and we should all cut back on things. Look at him, he's took all his clothes off, he's up a tree with bones through his nose and the cockatoo hairdo, telling us we're all dreadful people and we're murdering the planet. However, his son, who was a young fella, 12-year-old, in London, was a very fussy eater. We all have kids, teenagers, they're all very picky eaters, aren't they? Well, normally you just give them a slap round the ear and tell them to eat it. Or my mother used to say, you will eat that dinner before it eats you and leave me to it. And she wouldn't feed me again until I ate it. Oh no. Sting, while pontificating about climate change and carbon footprints, flew his personal chef, the son liked his cooking, from New York in the US of A over to London in the UK 3 times a week to make this boy his food. Can you imagine it? And he's telling us to get rid of a wee car because it's killing the planet. And he's flying a chef all the way over 3 times a week to feed his son. Sting, you are full of it. Your music's rubbish, you're an imbecile, and your message is completely off beam. And you're a hypocrite. And don't try and lecture us. You're an idiot. Trust in God, sir. That's what I would say to Mr. Sting. I don't even know what his real name is, but Mr. Sting. We don't want to be too disrespectful. Anyway, yeah, back to this. Britain is their home. Yeah, so it is. And Labour backbencher Kim Johnson, woman again, described the deportation as obscene and irresponsible. Oh, it's irresponsible to kick out your country people who shouldn't be there when they've been found guilty of rape, murder, arson, paedophilia, all other manner of vile crimes. Meanwhile, a group of 82 celebrities, including, here we go, Naomi Campbell, Thandie Newton, and Bond actress Naomi Harris signed an open letter demanding the flights did not take off. Oh, actors now can demand from their elected representatives, really. Their letter said many of the people on board had lived in the UK since they were kids and could not be descendants of the Windrush generation. Oh, that's another thing. They also said that they may have been forced to commit crimes. Yes, forced to commit crimes. The Home Secretary said this government will never stand in solidarity with rapists and murderers, and we remain committed to removing these foreign criminals from our country. God bless you, and more strength to you, Mrs. Pretty Patel, even though I don't really like you, but you're on 100% on this. It's terrible. So that's where we are on that. Can you imagine such a thing, folks? Seriously. And by the way, Creepy Joe's going to do the exact same thing in America. He's going to let all the criminals, rapists, murderers and everything in to America. Never mind put them out. He's going to let them in. Oh yes, it's all coming. It's all coming. Okay. What else we got? Oh, his last album was alright. I don't like him, but I don't like him at all. Right.
It says just don't pay for it.
I don't pay him. Download. Don't encourage it. We get us put off. Right. What am I looking for here? Oh, I remember. Who's this?
Somebody's nearly finished the book already.
Oh. Yeah, it's very good. Peter Smith. Peter Smith's been running through it. Yeah, very good. Good. It's too good to end. There you go. So remember, that's the book there. That's the famous book. That's, by the way, we're having to do a reprint. We're doing a reprint. It'll just be the same book, but just a wee bit on it saying second run or reprint. Yeah, we're having to do it, and we'll fix some of the typos and things like that. First edition's always like that. But we're going to that's him, Gordon Summers. That's him. So we're going to do a reprint. It's actually in the process of being done now. So another reprint of this. Okay, so that's getting done. I don't think. Let me just see, because I've got a lot to talk about today. Because I really want to get down to some. I want to get down to some like a business meeting today with you. Well, I don't know what's in there. Let's see. Okay. Remember, you can change that. Who bit? Okay. No, I'll leave this in now because you've all seen it. But look, beautiful book. I think there's a link there. If you haven't got the book yet, you really must get it. Honestly, you're crazy if you don't have this book. The reviews we've had it are unbelievable. And on Saturday, tomorrow, I'm speaking on a big American radio show at midnight, my time, so 7 o'clock your time. Nick knows the name of the people. I can't remember. You maybe put a link up or a name up. But I'm speaking on this book and our direct blood lineage here in Ulster, Northern Ireland, to about 45 to 50 million American people, mainly in the southern states, the good old boys, the hillbillies, my people, who I am immensely proud of. Immensely. If I didn't live in Ulster, I would live in the Appalachians. I'd be in Kentucky or one of the Carolinas, West Virginia. That's where my blood, Tennessee, that's where my blood is. And that's where I would live. If I didn't live in Ulster, I'd live in the south. I'd live in Tennessee or Kentucky, one of these places, West Virginia. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow night, 7 o'clock American time. So if you know the name of the show, Nick, stick it up and let people see it. Yep. Somebody's saying there, Gregorian chants and Orthodox chants are awesome. That's exactly what they're. Awesome in the true sense. They are awesome. They're there to inspire an awesome response to an awesome God. There you go. This Bible, let me show you this quickly. I don't know if the brother's got a link up. I hope so. This is the beautiful, top-of-the-range personal Bible. Top of the range. Okay? We have a stock of these. We can post these today. We posted some today that people ordered yesterday on this show. They're gone. They're in the post for you. So there we go. That's it. And this beautiful presentation box. It's got the official Knights Templar Imprimatur. Inside it's got your warranty from Cambridge, the oldest Bible makers on the planet. And it's such a beautiful Bible, smooth, amazing page. Don't get the red letter things, because I like the red letters. Where are we? Oh, there it's there. I mean, look at that. It's just stunning, and it's beautiful. And it goes flat. You can put it pure flat, because it's all sewn up with silk binding and everything. It's not cheap. I know a lot of these American Bibles. I've got a couple. I don't like them. They're not made right. They're just not made right. These are handmade by the oldest Bible makers in the world, and I don't mean any disrespect to American manufacturing prowess. But we've got 500 years on you, lads, and nobody makes them like these. This is the finest quality calf leather. Nothing like this. It's $179, payable in parts, and we can have these out to you ASAP. So please, and another big thing, it comes framed, you can put this in the frame, a certificate of authentication with your name on it. You can put that in your wall. Have that, and look at it, what a beautiful piece of parchment. And that's the certificate. You got it off us, when you got it, and where it came from, and all the rest of it. That's and your name obviously is in here, in Old English writing. So you get that beautiful certificate and that beautiful Bible, all in the one thing. So please, do so. This is Saint Bernard of Clairvaux up here. Very hard to get pictures of St Bernard, but there you go. And that could be on your wall, and it's a beautiful piece of parchment. Absolutely stunning. So, please get that. Right, I want to talk to you today, if you don't mind, because this is your order. It's not my order. This is your order. So I want to show you a couple of things. Where's my piece of paper? What have I done with it? Oh dear. Oh, I've got it here. Okay. The building project. So as you know, we're building the chapter house, which is basically two buildings split by a very ancient wall where we've dug out things like this out the middle of the wall. This is from the 1,000-year-old monastery just along the street, a couple hundred yards. That was put in the wall in the 1600s, and we dug it out. So that wall separates the upper chapter house from the lower chapter house, and next door is the Magdalene Chapel. So we're doing the whole thing, the whole building project. We're building the chapter house straight out the ground. So, okay, that's what the chapter house was. The church is on the left there, taller building. That's what it is now. So that's all been demolished and rebuilt, and that goes right down the back. That goes back about 50 feet, 60 feet. So we've got three arches. That one in the middle of the old wall where we dug the statue out of. Then it goes right down the property to, we've got another arch door at the way at the far end, and in between there'll be a square Gothic door. So that's the chapter house. That's where you can come and study the scriptures, where there's a dining area there. You can come and have a big meal there, and you know, it's a facility for you guys, for you and your families to come here. You can stay in here, the priory, but we use that as a place to study the scriptures, to sit, to discuss, and have meetings and things like that. Next door is the church, the Magdalene Chapel. So we're doing the whole lot. And I don't know what you think it would cost to build these. Remember, coming right out the ground on them. And we've got 3 foot, 1 metre, 1 yard wide foundations and 1 yard deep. Yeah? It's incredible. And it's a double skin wall, so the wall's like this thick. It's breeze blocks laid flat with insulation in the middle and all that stuff. But we've managed. Now you tell me if you think we've done a good deal. The whole funding for this whole entire project is around about £50,000. That's for the two parts of the chapter house and the church. Now this has all been done with Gothic arched stone windows, stained glass, the finest quality of everything. We're digging down, putting serious foundations in. It's a big building, solid doors with the old Gothic doors, doing the whole lot. And it's a lot of work. So the budget is $50,000. That's what it is. $50 I beg your pardon, $50,000. So right now, with all things considered, because remember we raised money for some of the interior stuff, like the altar set. Do you remember that? The beautiful altar set, big oak, solid oak altar set from the church in Scotland, which is the first church built after the Reformation. We've got that. You bought that. And then we had the huge brass cross from upstate New York, giant brass cross, which is away getting dickied up at the moment, polished. You bought that. So if we add all the money we raised for all of these things, and then we've got the Magdalene Chapel for the Glorious Dead, we've quite a few folk booked into that, and we're using that money to finance the building project. So if you add all the money together, we have raised $25,500. $25.5. That's where we are. Now, I think, is there that thing on the screen? There we are. So, building fund, there you go. So 25.5. Now, I'll break that down for you where it came from. Actual donations to the Priory Building Fund, $13,700, which I think is not so great. The altar, we raised 1.7, and the brass cross, we raised just enough basically to buy it, just under $1,000, $700 actually, almost spot on. And the chapel for the Glorious Dead, so far that's brought in just under 10,000, 9,399. So it doesn't matter what you do, but whether it's a direct donation to the Priory or a donation booking yourself into the Chapel of the Glorious Dead, the Magdalene Chapel. It doesn't matter. It's all going towards the building fund. So it doesn't matter what you do. If you want to just give a gift and that's it, fine. But if you want something back for it, something in return, you book into the Magdalene Chapel for your even a part of your mortal remains, whether it's a lock of hair, we'll still put it in the same box and it'll be up in up behind the altar like everybody else. It doesn't matter. But that way you get something in return for your money, and that's monthly. You can pay that up monthly. And that really does make a difference. So we're roughly £24,500 or dollars short of completing the building fund. But I would suggest that that's an incredible bargain. We had an architect in here and he said you would get no change out of about 130,000 for doing this job, at least. So we're doing it for 50. So it's an incredible reduction because we're doing most of the work ourselves, and we have a very good builder who is sort of semi-retired and helping us out. He's a master tradesman, or else we just couldn't do it. But sadly, we are getting into the stage now where we're getting in steel beams and rafters and stained glass windows and that, so we're going to have to ramp up the fundraising. And I know you people are really good, so I don't want to put too much pressure on you. But at the end of the day, that's where it comes from. And there's some people who have carried a lot of this burden on their own shoulders, and it's like everything else. Things are heavy, but if a man tries to lift it, but if 10 men lift it, it's light. Nobody even notices it. So that's what we need to do. And what we're going to do now is once a week, we're going to show you the diagram and show you how that funding for the building project is coming. And we can see it week by week by week. And you'll see the pressures we're under to try and meet that. It's not an awful lot of money in today's standard to do what we're doing. It's very little, actually. But we do have to ramp up, certainly, whether it be the actual Donald Chapter House funding on its own, or people booking in to send their remains to the Magdalene Chapel. Either way, all the money is going to the building project, but at least with the chapel, you get something in return. Remember, your remains are in there, but your family get a huge scroll, much bigger than this, a scroll about that size by this, beautifully made, beautifully manufactured, with your name on it, and saying where you are, that you are now in the Chapel of the Glorious Dead of the Knights Templar Priory of St. Donald in Ireland, in the Magdalene Chapel, a fully consecrated official Templar chapel and Templar recognised chapel. And we're putting a price on it. I think it's like just over $1,000. In commercial terms, it's for nothing, because we don't want to make money on this. We just need enough money to build it. We don't believe in stone money. We just want enough money to build the thing. So we really do have to say to people, we're probably going to finish this whole building work by about February, March, because there's a lot of stuff to dry out, and then you can only do another bit. So it's not a long time away. We've got about 3 months to try and raise $25,000. It should be relatively straightforward, but with the COVID and with people not working, you can imagine it's been a very difficult thing to try and raise the money we've raised already, which is just under 26. It's took us months because people are struggling, and it wouldn't be fair of us to put the bite on, but the bills are still there, and we want to finish this. And I've gave a solemn undertake that I will not be defeated on this. This must be done, because this has been done to the glory of God. So if I need to sell a kidney, that's what. If anybody would buy my kidney, I would. But we just need to seriously think about this, make a serious commitment to getting this done. And I'm sure anybody who knows anything about building, you see the scale of the operation we're building here, we're getting this done for a ridiculous sum of money, but it's still money, and we need it. And we're never shy of talking openly and honestly. That's why we want to show you what's happening, what's going on, how much is coming in from where. And that's it. So I need to leave that with you, because only you can decide. And I don't know your personal circumstances. I'm sure a lot of people are struggling right now. I'm absolutely sure of it. I'm positive of it. So, I can only bring it before you. And as the Lord has blessed you, you can respond. If you're in dire straits, you can't. It's as simple as that. We won't think any worse of you. You're our friend, you're our brothers and sisters and fellow Templars. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But if you can do it, we would ask you to please seriously think about making a serious commitment to this, let's get this done. It's $25,000. If 100 people gave, I don't know, what's that, $250 each, 100 people, is that right? Yeah. If 100 people gave $250, it's done tomorrow. But times are hard. So I'm going to leave it with you. Big Joe, well done, Joe. See, I say you're a Scotsman, but your name is what? Joe, a different Joe. Sorry, I thought you were Scottish Joe with the Italian Scottish Joe. Joseph Florence, this night. Joseph, God bless you. But I'm not here to pressurise anybody. I just want to, it's like a proper business meeting. We're very transparent in the Templars. There's a lot of groups that are not transparent financially, and I don't like that. We try and run a very, very open and clean ship. So, We just have to get on with it and do it. So we know it's needing to be done. Every week we're going to have a wee look and see where we are now and what progress we've made. But basically we are spending now about, I worked it out with the figures today, it's $1,800 per week. That's what we're spending, $1,800 per week. And we have to do that for about another 14 or 15 weeks. So it's a bit of worry on me. But anyway, I'm confident we can do it. So let's see what we can do. Right, we're running out of time. Obviously, I look forward to seeing you in the Sunday service. I hope the remnants of this cold are gone. Excuse me. Oh, aye, another way you can help as well is if you purchase stuff like this. We've got a lot of these in stock. So these are tied up dead money. So, look, I'm a Scotsman. I don't actually like giving money for nothing. I would rather buy something and have it. There you go. That's the truth of the matter. But, we've got these things. Got a load of these lying about. These need to go. And they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. It's like things like that. But to me, the most effective way of helping that chapel and getting something for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, folks, is booking yourself in to the Magdalene Chapel for the Glorious Dead and spending eternity in a wee box next to me and other people. That might put you off. That might not be a good sales pitch there. I don't know. But I want to be in there with all you guys. I know it's silly and we're all in heaven with our Father. I know that. But as human beings, sometimes we just need to know. And I want in the future, more importantly, I want in the future your children and grandchildren coming here and mixing with my children and grandchildren, because they'll be here visiting me as well. Who'll be running the priory, I don't know, but my children and grandchildren will be here visiting their old pappy in the chapel, the Magdalene Chapel. And I want them to come into contact with your children and grandchildren so they can talk about us. No, but so they can get to know each other and remember us, and through that bond of friendship, they might also be involved with the Templars, or they might even be drawn into knowing the Lord if they don't know him already. And to me, that's priceless. I know it might sound romantic and all the rest of it, and you may be surprised that I even think like that, but I do. And if my grandson can meet your grandson in that chapel and sitting in the chapter house having a lovely meal with the brothers who are running this priory, then what a wonderful thing that would be. What a wonderful thing. So I'll leave that there. Now I want to read a wee bit of this today. Now I've seen something earlier on. What was it that I wanted to read? Okay, I'll read here from, let me just mark it in case I go rabbiting too long. Okay, I'll mark that. And I'll mark that. Okay. So, are you sitting comfortably? I hope you don't mind me reading these wee chapters out of the book. I hope not, but I think it's good to strengthen us sometimes. Right, I'm reading from the chapter, Grandad, what did you do in the war? Oh, my friend, and the war's coming. The war is coming. You know it. You can feel it. So, I'm going to read from page 222. The young men of the entire West need to look in the mirror and examine their consciences. In years to come, when God willing, one of your surviving grandsons climbs up on your knee and looks deeply into your old, failing eyes and asks, Grandad, what did you do in the war? Will you be able to answer the lad without a shred of shame or regret? Will you even be able to answer the child honestly at all? People often ask me, what motivates you, brother? I'll tell you, if I can look into my little grandson, and this person writing this is 6, and say honestly, son, I never gave an inch of my country's sacred soil. Son, I fought for every blade of grass, every tree, every hill, every street and every avenue. Then I will be content to meet my Maker with a sound conscience and a glad heart. That is my sole motivation. That and the preservation of my nation and my blood. I gave my entire youth for the cause of my God, my people and my flag. And if I lived 1,000 lives, I would do the same thing 1,000 times again. I consider myself blessed to have been able to serve and to be a man when my country called. Better to die on your feet as a patriot man than live on your knees as a cowardly liberal or fake nationalist who has never sacrificed or suffered for our holy cause. Indeed, I count myself most fortunate that the cause kept pulling me back from private affairs, business, and being accustomed to success and great wealth. I was born with a talent for business, and thank God I have used this and the money I have generated to fund patriot groups in this country and all over Europe ever since I started my first company at the age of 22. It is time for British men, but also everybody else, to make a stand. Time to leave behind the negative haters, the barroom patriots, the pencil-necked incels, the web warriors. The struggle began many years ago, but only a few lone voices were heard. Now even the blind must see what's coming. Deus Vault. A powerful piece from a powerful book. There's no messing about with this book. It's not a fantasy book. It's serious book for serious people. Get it for your son. Get it for your grandson. Get it for your husband. Get it for your brother. But women are also welcome to read it. But it's a book for men, primarily. So let's get our men sorted out. Right, I need to go in a minute. But tonight, we have on, after this, 20 minutes time, we have Jada Francis, the British Freedom Party, over on Puzzed and YouTube. And we have Niall McConnell from the famous Shalnahearn, which is the seat of the Irish. He's on Irish Patriot. He's also on YouTube and Puzzed as well. So you can take your pick, watch both, flick back and forward. But give these folk a like, share their message as well. We think these people are thoroughly reputable and good people. We don't deal with trash, let me tell you that. We don't deal with trash. Stuart Bowden says, how long does it take to post the book to England? This time of year with Christmas, I'm not overly sure, but shouldn't be any more than 3 or 4 days. Please don't tell me you ordered one 2 weeks ago and you haven't got it. But if you have, contact us on the website, contact us, send us a message, then we can action it. Because things on here really don't get dealt with, and that's the problem. So let us know, Stuart Bowden, what's happened to it. But to all those people who have donated already, God bless you. For those having a serious think about what they should do regarding the building fund, I would pray that God would touch you, would bless you, would guide you, and you would come to the conclusion that whatever you can do, you must do. But that's up to you. Now, Scorpion says, how long to get one to the USA? That's a problem. If we send the airmail, which costs us about $40, it can get there in 3 days. So it depends on quantity. If you order a load of them, we can send them UPS. If you order like 4, 6, something like that, we can send them UPS. It's 3 or 4 days, no problem. If we send them Royal Mail singly to America, we send them Royal Mail. It can take up to, in their guidelines, 40 days. Doesn't normally. It takes about 3 weeks normally, but it's a long time. But if you order, say, more than 4, so if you order 4 up, we can send them UPS, and you'll get them in 3 or 4 days. But they're much cheaper anyway. You remember the scale goes down. I think you can buy 4 for what, something like £70 or something for 4, whereas £30 odd for 1. So, or dollars, sorry, I keep getting mixed up with my pounds and my dollars. What's he?
It's $74 for 4 copies.
So it's 74 for 4 copies.
For a single one.
You know what I mean? If you buy them singly, it's $130. But if you buy 4, you get them for 70.
Price of 2 and a bit equals.
Yep. So you're getting more or less 2, 3. So it's a good deal. Good deal. So that's it. It's very good. So do what you can. Get these books. Get them out. Get everything. And whatever you do, rejoice in the Lord. Yes, there's terrible times coming, folks. I don't want to lie to you, and I won't lie to you. There's bad times coming. But we rejoice. Aye, he ordered last week. Aye, it's hectic. Aye, don't worry. Be fine. Don't worry. Rejoice in the Lord, because we have the Lord, and whatever happens, the Lord will be with us, even though we're persecuted unto death. You know, Pentecostals and all these happy clappies have this idea that God will save you from the trouble. No, sometimes we've got to go through the tribulations, we've got to go through the trouble and the persecution. Millions of our folk have died over the years that we would be free, and why shouldn't it happen in our generation? So that's it. Stick close to the Lord, remember. Well, I shall see you on Sunday, God willing, in the Sunday service. Remember, invite your friends and family in. After this, go over and see Jada Francis, British Freedom Party, or Niall McConnell, Irish Patriot, or Shalnahearn. And hopefully then, I shall see you on Sunday. Have a very pleasant Friday and Saturday. And remember, until I see you, God willing, stick close to God. You will not go far wrong. Deus Vault.